that you really don't know.
Right. I feel like you know, you just didn't know it was her.
Yeah.
Look,
You've had to have heard the song. She's very popular.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real. 2 seconds. I'm gonna keep it 100. If it ain't the 90s,
Don't be that old guy.
He is that
Who's
old
just
guy.
stuck in the one
I'm
time.
only 21, y'all.
Oh.
He's that old guy. He's still stuck at 21. He's still stuck at 21.
You know.
Gotcha.
But he's that old guy who's still stuck in the 90s. That's why he only likes 90s music.
Look,
but he does have
look.
a good list. I must say
Look.
that he does have a good
The
list
90s
of
was
90s
a great
music.
time for music. It was. I agree.
You
Right,
have,
all the girl groups.
Right?
You have
Guy groups.
a couple, 3, 4, maybe 5, possibly 6 people from the 2000s that are okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say they're this or that. I'm not gonna say they're bad. I'm not gonna say they're great. There's a few songs that I like. She knows one because I have to hear it every time I'm in the car with her. It's just something about this song on a personal level, and I told her. But at the same time, I think it's a good song. I love the beat.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say what song it is, but
24 seconds. Oh, it's not that one. It's not that
I'm
one.
glad she got
I
that
just thought
wrong.
about it. That was the wrong
Yeah, don't
one. That's
throw me
Shot
under the
Clock.
bus.
Yeah.
That's Shot
Ain't
Clock.
it time to go to break yet?
No, it's not time to go to
Look,
break.
you're not supposed
We
to
got
kiss
like
and
6
tell.
more
She's trying to
minutes.
kiss and tell.
I ain't trying to kiss and tell.
Please don't.
I'm just trying to tell.
Okay.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
Now I wanna know what the song is.
do that.
Right.
Hey, watch this.
We're going to talk about the song then.
Since
What's
they
up?
got me talking, watch this. Y'all ready for it? We got a big announcement to make.
We do?
Yeah. we working on it right now.
What's about to happen?
In 3 or 4 weeks, we'll make that announcement. But we gonna do a radio show. Watch this, y'all ready? In St. Thomas.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah. I
love
forgot to
St.
say
Thomas.
something about that.
September.
Okay.
We don't have the dates. We don't have all the information yet. But T the Busy Bee and Skylyne Mark.
Right,
your
don't
boy
be giving
right
them my
here,
real name.
And that one right there.
It's funny
Yeah.
I say don't give him my real name. My Facebook name is my real name.
Your real name?
Like,
So if we follow you on Facebook,
you're going to know my
Look,
real name.
Skylyne Foundation. And Skylyne Foundation was invited to do a radio show in St. Thomas for a gentleman that we both know in St. Thomas for his 60th birthday.
oh my gosh, that's so great.
He's going back on the show. He's gonna do his original whatever music countdown that he used to do way back in the heyday. They're bringing him back on. They want to bring us on as special guests for the Skylyne radio show. Let's just say they're taking, I can't say that word. They're taking the D 4-letter word real good care of us. They really going all out for Skylyne Mark and T the Busy Bee. Trying to tell you.
That's awesome.
I think I need to take a photographer with us.
So that means I'm going to be spending a weekend in St. Thomas.
Yes. Go St. Thomas is everything.
I have never been to St.
Never been?
Thomas.
We got round trip
I
airfare.
love it.
We got hotel stay.
That's
Trying to tell
awesome.
y'all. Y'all thought we was joking. We doing big things. We just not talking a lot.
Okay.
Trying
We're
to tell you.
definitely trying.
But in 3 or 4 weeks,
Good
we'll
stuff.
give y'all all the rundown, the details, and all that. And I'm
And,
gonna button it a little bit because I think I'm talking too much.
yeah.
Just had to get it.
But for real, another person who I want to highlight for the Black Girl Magic is Miss Leela. I said Leela. Lily OJ. I actually did get a chance to talk to her. She performed all 3 days. It was really hot. She said there was a lot of differences between performing inside and outside, but she feels like her face was like probably melting because it was hot.
Aw.
It was really hot outside. Excuse me, guys. Bloopers. But she got through it and everything, and she like really enjoyed it, learned a lot of lessons and
Yeah.
everything. So,
Nice.
shouts out to Miss Lily O'J. I hope you're on the show today. Thank you for coming on the show last week. Thank you for telling us about Artscape and giving us the Artscape experience. I appreciate it. And by the way, we are about to go on break again, so we'll see you all in a little bit, maybe like 2-3 minutes. We have to pay some bills. See you on BeExposedRadio.com.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be a man of everything you say. This shit bigger than me, man. Like yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. Feel me? So no matter what you up against, go hard. Don't matter. Can you imagine how I really having nothing is? Stomach growling, you ain't got no food in the fridge. Surviving on a jail diet of water and bread. No father figure, that's cause my father dead. Mom's bringing different niggas in and out the crib. No money, so you seen it's less than all your friends. But it a joke because your mother was a crackhead. Older sister hoeing off, giving all the homies head. I could wait for your response, but they let her hear me talk, so I just wait for the applause. I always knew that I was great, I got them haters so appalled. I'ma make it out the darkness, and my word is my bond. Delivering these bars while I'm gripping on my balls. Jealous niggas hate to see you succeed, so fuck them all. I'm the master of my destiny, nigga, you not in charge. You either on your grind or in the way, so get lost. Be a man of everything you say you stand for. Lead your people by example, being hands-on. If you're back against the wall, then get your mash on. Fix your vision on the future like it's fast forward. The world is yours in due time, ain't gotta ask for it. I'm from the school of hard knocks, I took a crash course. Shit be stressful, my nigga, that's why I'm getting high. But that's life, and it's the code that I live by. And you know how it is, where we at, nigga. They say money can't buy happiness, but I be happy as a bitch when I can have dinner. Learn from your losses or you end up like the last nigga. I fall off, I bounce back, I really come from the dirt. But if you wanna make it happen, gotta put in the work. The word will kick you when you down, and I know this shit hurt. And it's crazy cause your family is shit on you first. My sister stabbed me in my chest, I had a hole in my shirt. I never said a prayer for her on my way to the hearse. I died twice that night, man, I'm just happy to be here. And shit like that is the reason I never be scared. Was drifting through the smoke in the field, I couldn't see clear. It's deeper than the rap, I'm where the bottom of the sea is. Just trying to make it happen till I happen to ball. It's all mind over matter, the fuck the matter with y'all, huh? Be a man of everything you say you stand for. Lead your people by example, being hands-on. If you're back against the wall, then get your mash on. Fix your vision on the future like it's fast forward. The world is yours in due time, ain't gotta ask for it. I'm from the school of hard knocks, I took a crash course. Shit be stressful, my nigga, that's why I'm getting high. But that's life, and it's the code that I live by.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designated texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't
if you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue, and she wants to be.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey! Hey guys, and we are back once again. I usually warn them when we're coming back. This time I didn't warn them at all.
She don't ever warn us.
I try. So, for those who are tuning in, I wanted to give you all a little bit of background around me. About trying to do better. About Miss J Aura. Her name is, I'm just going to say J Aura. Her name is Jada, but I like J Aura.
Thank you.
It makes me want to just keep saying it. Like, hi J Aura.
It has a nice ring to it.
How are you? Like, you're vibrant, you know? Like, you come in the room and you change the atmosphere. Yes, Aura, yes. She is a member of the LGBT community, which was born on January 23rd in Baltimore City. As a singer, songwriter, and aspiring fashion model, J Aura enjoys anything creative. As a active volunteer for NAMI, National Alliance for Mental Illness. I don't know why I can't read today, but don't tell nobody. J Aura prides herself on being an advocate for those who are battling mental illness. She shares her experience with love and mental health through her music, and which has been the highlight of her life, which is why she's able to do this. Like she has a voice. Okay, guys, we're going to expose her. As of now, she was working on her first full album, building her portfolio, and giving back to her community as much as she can. Like, where to start? Right? I
don't know, from the top?
Right. Baltimore City.
Yes.
I believe you stated earlier that you grew up in one part of Baltimore, then you moved to the other part.
I did.
Okay.
All over Baltimore. So
I'm not Baltimore savvy.
Okay.
So
are you not from Baltimore?
No, I'm not.
Okay, it's fine.
All right. As long as we have that established.
Right. It's all good. Yeah, I was. So when I was born in Sinai Hospital, and I lived off of like Loretta Avenue, North and Bentlow type area. So it's kind of like Edmondson Village, Baltimore City. Moved into the Park Heights area, and then moved to Pikesville for high school. You know, and then when I got older, I moved to East Baltimore, so I was like West. I'm a West Baltimore City girl. There was always a East Baltimore, West Baltimore. I don't know if it's a rival, but thing. Yeah, so I've lived all over. Lived in Montgomery County for a little bit. Went to Howard University for a bit. Went broke, flunked out. It's very expensive.
Yeah, Howard is expensive. How did you like Howard being in D.C. from Baltimore?
You know what? I love D.C. I love the culture. I love the whole aesthetic. But unfortunately, I feel like I ran into a bunch of uppity people. And like, I'm bougie myself. I'm like a bougie person because I feel like I I love high-end stuff, and that's fine. Like, I love quality stuff. But I'm not bougie in a way that I look down on other people, you know? So I just felt like...
Then you're not bougie.
I feel like it was a lot of nose-up situation.
Was it at Howard?
At Howard.
Specifically?
Yes.
Okay.
Specifically at Howard, and right there, if I wanted to, like, go outside off the campus, right around that little area, was just a lot of nose in the air stuff.
Yeah, but it's Howard. They were like the first HBCU.
It's true.
So
of.
that doesn't mean that gives them the right to feel like they have their noses in the air, but they kind of feel entitled to it.
I mean, I'm all about, like, if you're putting off confident energy, then it is what it is. If the person next to you feels as though you acting like you better than somebody, that's their problem. That's not your problem. But at the same time, you don't have to, like, come down on other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can still be humble.
Always.
You know?
Like,
so how can you be bougie and humble at the same time?
What do you mean how you can be bougie and humble? You seen Beyonce?
I was just about to say Beyonce. Rihanna.
You seen? Yes. Rihanna is the most bougie, most humble.
Yo, what? Yes.
She don't even make music no more. You wanna know why? You wanna know why she don't make music? She has her makeup line. She has her lingerie line. She actually is like in the community doing things.
Look, you're taking away from our guests.
No, I'm not. We talk. She brought up Rihanna.
I love Riri.
We're not talking about them.
But those are the bougie people who are also humble.
Yes, you ask for bougie and humble.
Best revenge is your paper. You don't have to be.
Yes.
You know, always.
Beyonce said it best. I'm not even I'm not a part of the Beehive. Let me let y'all know.
I'm not really either. Yeah.
I'm not part of the Beehive. However, I like some of the things Beyonce say.
Yes.
And I think one of my favorite songs, like, I'm not a part of the Beehive, but I really do like Beyonce. I liked her back in the day more.
Yeah.
Like when
me too.
Her videos, yes, cornrows videos popping, okay? Poppin'. And then I think the next one I love 7-Eleven. Like 7-Eleven was the most random song, but it spoke so much volume for no reason.
When she had the double CD, the Sasha Fierce, and I forgot the other one. The other side.
I know which one. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I'm not part of the Beehive either, but you have to like respect some of the things that she stands for, some of the stuff that she's like gone through, and she's gone through it mad humbly. She didn't like Britney Spears out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she just went through her stuff nice and quietly.
Beyonce? Oh, listen to her music. She tells you everything.
Yeah.
Like I do have
her music, or did someone else write it?
I don't know.
No, she actually writes and creates her music. She probably has like 1 or 2 ghostwriters, but most of that music is her music. Like when she like Blue and Blue Ivy and that whole CD. See, this how you know we're not real Beehive fans. We're not a part of the Beehive.
Yeah.
Right. I'm glad I'm not either.
Yeah. I respect.
Oh, we're almost there. We're there already. All right, guys.
Oh, dang.
Commercial break.
So that happened really fast, and we have to go on commercial break. But that was about to be such a good conversation. You can catch us when we come back, though. We have to pay some bills. We catch you live on BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're not talking about that right there.
Long live Pop. Y'all can go ahead and cry now. I'ma show these niggas what to do at one of your beats, man. I am Gas, by the way. Strong woman story should have been on CNN. Nobody knows what it's like being Gwen. Windows closed in the house, it ain't no CNN. Can't gain weight for years, she been being thin. Single mother, no help from the system. When they was giving out food stamps, she missed them. Birth certificate, baby daddy, she couldn't list them. But her son was so beautiful when she kissed him. Blame it on love, but nigga she could've died with. Destroyed the whole world and found out she was a side chick. The nigga loved his wife and it got hard to hide it. So when Gwen confronted him, he ain't even denied it. Her fault, depends on who you asking. She tried to be a stripper, but the tip out was taxing. Buying all the purses, trying to keep up with the fashion. And her mama hated baby sitting with a passion. She deserved better circumstances. A black queen, she should've been blessed with certain chances. Look down upon, getting all the hurting glances. Making men change up all the twerking stances. She never never cried about the pain, only gritted her teeth. But most soldiers never get a flower or a wreath. She like G.I. Jane in the war with no relief. Don't recognize why killers.
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt, what's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey guys, and we are back once again. You saw, again, you're catching off air on air. The energy in here is like really good. Yeah. So I had to get on Mark because he was trying to shut down the answer to his own question because he asked the question. You know, I ain't like that.
It wasn't even like that.
But she went to Howard.
Yeah, I did.
For a little bit.
Like 2 years.
And then for 2 years?
2 years.
And then you came home?
Yes. Good and broke.
Good and broke. Because Howard is expensive. So make sure you get a full ride.
Yeah, yeah. Do your research first.
Yes,
I was young,
research.
so, yeah.
After Howard, you said you came home, then you moved around, and you finally were back in Baltimore.
I finally settled, know what I want to do, and got some motivation. So, yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
What made you...
Go ahead. My bad.
I was about to ask the same question you was asking.
What do you want to do?
What do I want to do? So I've started pursuing what I want to do. I want to make an album, and I want to bring light to some of the fashion boutiques and the stylists that are in Baltimore. I'm kind of tired of the stigma that Baltimore has, and because I love fashion so much, I feel like that's a way that I can shed some positive light on my city. So I basically want to be a fashion model. I want to get my YouTube popping so I can be a fashion vlogger and, you know, create an album, put it on Spotify, maybe perform around the city, around the DMV, see how it goes. You know?
So you need some photographers.
Yes. And, you know, I've worked with a couple good ones, but I need 1 or 2 solid photographers that I can just call on. Can you?
Yes, he's actually a model himself.
Oh, really?
The crazy thing is, I done stepped back 25 years. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to say all that.
Talking about he's 21.
I am 21.
No, he's not.
You're right, I'm not. I'm 22 and a half. And 3/4.
Okay.
How about that? You get all that? 22 and a half and 3/4? Yeah, I know a lot of women. You got to have that half and 3/4 in there. It counts.
That only matters for height.
Well, actually,
come on. Right?
Look, don't start. Won't be. We're actually getting ready to start planning a photo shoot at the Patapsco State Park for the waterfalls.
Oh, beautiful. Yes, everybody got a waterfall picture. I don't have my waterfall pic yet.
Well, pull up.
Right, I know, right? That's what I need to do.
We need 15, 20 models.
Okay.
So if you know 5 that are interested, have them get in contact with me.
I will. I know 1, so you know I'll go from there.
She knows herself, so she gotta be there. You gotta put your own self on.
Right.
Put yourself on.
Right. You can't put nobody else on if you ain't on.
Right.
You know.
You are on.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Right.
Right.
You here, right?
I am.
You've been put on.
Thank you.
Put on.
Oh my God. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
But
and that was a good one too. I just put you on.
Appreciate that.
Oh my goodness.
And now you got 3 fabulous photographers. You know why?
Why?
Because they mine. And I love them to death. Shout out to Big Rob, Big John, Miss Trina, baby girl. Love y'all.
Okay.
They fabulous.
You make them sound fabulous. I'm excited.
They are.
I'm excited.
I was in 2,000 degree heat.
2,000
Heat index was infinity. It was just straight ignorant. It wasn't ignorant. It was too hot to say ignorant. You had to be quick with it. Ignorant. My face literally looked like it was melting. It's my new Facebook
the profile picture?
Yeah.
I saw
face
that.
looks like it's melting.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a hot picture though.
It is a nice pic.
So, how long have you been singing?
Man, I have been singing since I was like 10 years old. You know, the whole church come up.
The way you said it was just like, you know how
That's
to go.
the general come up in the black community. I mean,
Why does
honestly.
everyone say they start singing in church?
Right.
Because that's where you start.
where I
Singing
started.
at home. Mama done put you in the chorus at church. You
Yes,
started
that's
singing
exactly
at-
what happened.
at
She
home.
put me in a chorus at church. Then I started doing glee club in school because you can get out of class to go sing at like the nursing homes.
So
and
you was
stuff
playing
like that.
hooky?
I wasn't hooky. It was legit. That was legit. I was trying to get out of class, but I was learning how to sing at the same time. You know what I mean?
I didn't mean it like that. It's just the way you answer.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I got in the glee club so I could get out of class.
Initially, that was my first thought. I was young. I didn't feel like going to
Ain't
class.
nothing wrong with it.
But then I actually learned a valuable skill.
There you go.
What was the valuable skill?
The valuable skill is how to keep my voice intact. So warming up, vocal warm-ups, vocal coaching. Because I always thought that my voice would stay the same forever. You know what I mean? From 18 to 20 to 21 to 25. I turned about 30, 31. It's time to warm up. Stop drinking wine and, thinking I could go out there and la la la. It dries your vocals out.
You ever heard of the singer Michelle?
I have.
Have you ever heard her talk?
Right. She doesn't sound anything like what she sounds like when she sings.
OMG. But when she
Total
sings,
difference, yeah.
she sounds fabulous.
Yeah. So your vocal voice is like different than your
You would
regular
literally
general
have to
voice.
sing to me if you were talking to me because her voice is cute for a child. You're a grown woman.
It's annoying.
Is it high pitched?
Bless her heart.
Her voice is worse than Erykah Badu.
It's like a mouse. Erykah Badu has a beautiful voice.
Singing.
No, when she's talking, she's
talking. It's sultry. Really?
Oh, I'm sorry. This ain't a chalkboard. Michelle is like 5-10 times worse.
Michelle is terrible.
I can't believe you said Erykah Badu has a bad voice.
Right.
A bad
Singing?
talking voice.
Singing? Hey, I can listen to Erykah Badu all day. I
She
got a couple
talks on
songs
some of her
I like.
albums.
Who is your inspiration? Speaking of Erykah Badu.
Yes, I love Erykah. It's my inspiration. You know what? Besides Rihanna, I know I mentioned her earlier. I love Rihanna.
Riri.
Yes.
Yes, Riri.
Tamar Braxton. Love Tamar. I started watching Tamar back before she started putting out music like that on the Braxton Family Values. And I love that show because they're fashionable. They're all business women. You know what I mean? They're like about their stuff. So if I'm going to watch a reality TV show, it can't be like catty. You know what I mean? So I really love them. But she was so adamant about like not being a doo-wop pop girl. She was so adamant. And everybody thought that she was just going to be in the shadow of Toni Braxton. And they
For
were
a
like,
very long time.
For a very long time. They were like, oh, Tony's sister. Toni Braxton.
Right.
She sound like Toni Braxton. She just won't sound like Toni Braxton. She found her voice. She did not stop. She was like an underdog for a minute. She did not care what anybody said. I watched her go to vocal coaches. I watched her blow her voice out and then pull it back together, heal herself. Then now y'all see she done cut off all her hair.
She's doing that bald thing.
She is, and she's so beautiful
Bald head
with
crew.
it. Okay, she done got on in her bag with Fashion Nova. Okay, then she branched off, got her own show, the Tamar Braxton Show. And she doesn't let anything stop her, and her voice is so powerful, it's so big, and now you can hear her voice separate from Toni Braxton's when nobody thought that was going to happen because Toni's a legend.
I never thought they sound the same.
And when she first started, I'm not
Similar,
gonna lie, I thought
maybe.
they did sound
Similar,
real
maybe.
similar.
But she wasn't trying to sing like Toni.
Gotcha.
Which was always a good thing.
Right.
None of the sisters.
She
did.
wasn't trying to, but they all grew up singing together, and I felt like she was sounding like Toni for a minute.
Yeah.
But when I watched her like develop, I was just so inspired by it, because she found her way out of a hole, a couple of times, and she was hit with a lot of stuff throughout her career, and she's gorgeous inside and out. Love her. That will come up.
Out of Riri and Tamar, is there anyone else?
Is there anyone else? I'm sure there is, and I'm like drawing a blank.
It's okay. Riri and Tamar is all we need.
Okay.
That's all we need.
Are you saying Aaliyah?
I didn't say that. You
Stuck.
said that.
Stuck in the 90s. Love Aaliyah.
Yeah, you're
Monica,
stuck.
What is? Get out of here.
You're real
say
stuck.
that.
It is 2019.
Look, if I'm gonna go to the 90s, I'm gonna go to En Vogue. What?
Oh, I love En Vogue too.
Tony, wasn't that? No, that was the guy group. What was
yeah.
Tony Braxton's? Wasn't she a group? Wasn't the Braxtons a group?
At one time, yeah, but they were
They
like
were
young.
high.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were
They
young.
didn't make a whole lot of noise.
They didn't.
90s, it was En Vogue, Total, SWV. They were a one-hit wonder, but they had a good one. Jade.
You remember, what was it, Zayn? Was it? Sending my love to you.
Zayn.
Remember that song?
Yep. It's a Party with Busta Rhymes.
Yes. All right.
Let's go there.
You're taking me back.
Right, taking them all the way back. Let's talk about this fashion.
Yes.
I like fashion. I have a couple friends who actually have their own fashion line. They're
Nice.
actually in Baltimore.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool that you said you wanted to become a fashion model. I was like, oh, girl, I can put you on a couple people.
You know, let me know. Send them my way.
I got you. They actually have, shouts out to the Grinders Attire.
Okay.
Shouts out to them.
You was put
But,
on, right?
You was
yes.
Yeah, see?
That's
Yeah,
the
that
meeting.
works.
That's actually part of the meeting of our show. Is that at least when you leave, you make connect with someone else who either
Right.
has been on our show or you connect
Need
with
a
us,
connection?
and
Come
you know
on our
we
show.
Networking is so
We'll
good.
get you
networking.
connected.
But it's
Yes.
networking on a radio show.
Right.
That's lit, right?
It is. It is. I'm about it.
As a fashion model, where did you find your inspiration, and how did you decide that the fashion in Baltimore needed to stand out more?
Yeah. So I met a woman named Zakia Shivers. Shout out to her in Tight Fisted Fashion. So I met her at a networking event at like Page Use. I don't know if y'all are familiar with like Page Use in like Woodlawn somewhere, West Baltimore.
Page Use?
Mm-hmm. She had a networking
my homeboy
event.
used to promote there.
One of her
Been there.
friends is a DJ, and so I got in contact with them through the networking event. She introduced me to a vision board event at her shop at Tight Fisted Fashion. So this was my first time going into one of these like small Baltimore boutiques. So I went in there, did the event. It was wonderful. They had chocolate and wine and shopping, sip and shop kind of thing, and like sit down and put your vision board together. So I started finding inspiration from her and her clothing. She would do like refurbished, thrifting, thrift store stuff, and she would revamp it, make it new. Some of the stuff was new, and she just traveled all over the place and brought together all of these.
Just keep going.
She would travel and bring together articles of clothing and just put them in her shop, and I mean shoes, purses, dresses, pants, shirts, everything. And her shop was so beautiful, and the way that she was transitioning from her full-time job, her desk job, into running her boutique full-time. And I would see, and then I started to see her as like, this was like 3-4 years ago. And I started seeing her shop on like Baltimore's Best, this, that, and the third. Like she was winning awards and stuff. She was getting mad attention. Then she was at every event. Every time I went to an event, Tight Fisted Fashion. It was boom. She was the first person who I saw do the $50 fill-up bags. I don't know if you see people doing that now. That's the first time I saw it on Tuesdays. From this time to that time, you could come fill up a bag for $50. I tried to stuff that bag. So full. But it started to bring out it started to help me be more prideful about my look and more mindful about what fashion can do for you initially on that first impression, that you're trying to make when you go to any event. And it wasn't just the regular trends that were going on. She would set her own trends, and she would put stuff, patterns, and colors together that I hadn't seen. Then I realized that where she was at on Charles Street, like off of St. Paul, it was mad boutiques. I was like, okay, so how come nobody knows about these little diamonds in the rough, these little gems? You know what I mean?
Because it's Baltimore.
Because it's Baltimore.
What do they talk about in Baltimore?
Right.
Negative.
Right.
We're going to talk about the Baltimore stigma, but we're not about to talk about it right now, okay? We're going to get there. We are definitely going to get there, but we only have 2 minutes left in this segment, so I want to like give you that whole time so we can talk about it. Because I'm from PG, so I have
Pretty Girl County.
Yes,
my girl is from there too. I just always get sucked in.
But we're going to talk about Baltimore stigma and everything. I wanted you to keep going about the boutiques.
Yeah, so I just got inspired. I got very inspired by the boutiques because the people who were running the boutiques, they had to set their own trends so that they can stand out, so that they can pull their customers in. You know what I mean? They were their own marketing. That, you know, you running a business, you're everything to the business. You know, so it was killer. I feel like a lot of the stuff they put together was stunning. So I got drawn to it, and I wanted to bring light to it, and it changed my life when I started dressing for the job that I wanted, stuff like that. Things started to manifest for me. So fashion became really important.
That's good. That's good. Are there any specific fashion designers that you like that you would like to shout out that you probably bought their clothes?
Oh my gosh, yes. First of all, Plugged Into Fashion. I just did a review on her clothing on my YouTube video. Plugged Into Fashion, Tawanda Jackson, I believe her name is. So urban, like street glam, is, I'm like obsessed with it. So, and a lot of her clothing is like urban street glam. And she has like the bomb graphic t-shirts, and they're so soft and bright and pretty. She does the sequins, she does the mesh, the fishnet, all of that, but on like over top of some biker shorts. It's like fishnet. You know what I mean? Yeah, so shout out to her. Shout out to the Carib Boutique. The Carib Boutique. I think Ashley is her name who runs that. She gave me my first shot at fashion modeling. So, and gave me discounts on clothing. Thank you, girl. Yeah. Okay. The hookup, I will take it. Definitely. Yeah, her accessories are bomb. So the little Caribbean streetwear, putting the Caribbean style on the streetwear. Like, I love the fusion. You know what I mean? Mixing the two worlds. So.
Okay. And guys, like I was saying, we only had a couple minutes left, and here we are again. Make sure you are tuned in every Wednesday from